Hello YouTube and welcome to another video by GodhardGaming. Today I'll be taking a look at Jaipur, a two-player game that takes approximately 30 minutes to play. First up, let's look at the setup of the game. So here I've got the game partially set up. I'll talk you through, then I'll finish the setup and we'll look at a turn next. So in the game you'll have a deck of cards which contain camels and goods. You have various tokens that represent the goods, bonuses, the camel bonus or herd bonus, and scoring tokens for the end of each round. What you're going to do is you're going to shuffle the deck of cards, but before you shuffle it, you'll place 3 camels in the middle of the playing area. You'll also set up the various goods in descending order, so you have leather, spices, silk, silver, gold and diamonds, each one getting more expensive. You'll also notice a number on the tokens. Here we have the number 4, that's the value of that particular piece of leather. And if you look carefully, you'll see the numbers go down as there's diminishing returns. So the more of a particular good you've purchased, the less valuable it becomes. The exception to that being silver, which is always worth 5. The bonus tokens, if I show you these ones here, you'll see it's got 5 cards on it. All that represents is if you trade in 5 goods of the same type, you'll get a bonus. And these have different numbers on the back. That's the bonus you'll get. So you want to shuffle these, so it's slightly random what the bonus will be. You can trade that many goods and you have bonuses for 5 cards, 4 cards or 3 cards. The camel is given to the player with the biggest herd. So just keep that nearby. That's used for end of round purposes. Same can be said for these tokens. Just keep them to hand. Whoever's got the most valuable hand or score at the end of each round wins one of those. First to 2 wins the game. So once the tokens are in place, you've got the 3 camels, the deck's nearby, each player will be dealt 5 cards. Each player then looks at their cards, and if they have any camel cards dealt to them, they'll place that to one side. That forms their herd, which is used for scoring at the end of the round. Once both players have removed any camels to create the herds and they're left with only goods cards in the hands, 2 cards are turned over from the deck, and the game can begin with the first round. So next up, I'll show you how a round or how a turn is played. So now let's look at how a turn is played. The first player will look at the cards we've got in the hand and what cards are out on the table, and they'll make a decision. There are 2 choices on a turn. You can take cards or you can sell cards. If you're going to take cards, there are 3 ways of doing this. You can firstly take all the camel cards from the middle and add them to your hand. If you do that, you will put 3 cards from the deck into the middle. Alternatively, you can take multiple goods from the middle of the table. So maybe I want to take the silk, the spices and the gold. If you do that, you have to replace them with either goods or camels or a combination of both from your hand. So arguably I could, if it was my turn again after my opponent had went, I could put 3 camels down and take those 3 cards. Now it's important to know you have a hand limit of 7. So here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I cannot take any more goods cards. However, camels do not count. So if my opponent had gone again and this was what I was left with on my turn, I could pick up those 3 camels and it wouldn't break my hand limit size. But imagine my opponent's done something else and it's back to my turn. The other thing I can do is just take a single card. So I could take a leather and I'd replace it from a card from the top, placing it with another leather. Now, obviously I've got a hand limit of 7, so if I was left with 8 or more cards, I would then have to pick a card to discard. So we'll discard the leather. Now, if I'm not taking cards, the only other option I have is to sell. When you're selling cards, you place goods, or the cards that have the goods on them, of the same type into the discard pile. And for every card you place down, you take 1 token of that type off the top of the pile. So I take the top 3. And as mentioned before, diminishing returns. The first one's worth 5, but the second and third are only worth 3. And I'd place those into my play area for scoring at the end of the round. Because I played 3 of the same type, I'd also get a bonus chip, which I'd place on top, just to remind me I've got them. And at the end of the game, or at the end of the round, I'd look at that to see what bonus I got. So here, I only got a bonus of 1, which isn't that great. Now when you're purchasing goods that are leather, spice or silk, you only need to play one card to get one token. However, for the high value goods, so the silver, gold or diamonds, you need to play 2 or more cards. So if you've already got one in your hand, you need to find a second in order to pick up those goods, but they are worth more points. And the game continues, taking cards and selling cards, and the round ends when the deck has been depleted or you have depleted 3 of these goods piles. If 3 of these goods piles have been depleted, then the game will end, and once that happens, players will score. And they'll score based on how many goods they've got and the values on those goods and how many bonuses they've got. So you add up all the numbers, and whoever's got the biggest number wins that round, winning one of these tokens. And the first person to get 2 wins the game. At the beginning, in setup, once you were dealt your hand, you will place some camels into your herd. However many camels you've got in your herd, plus any camels you've picked up from the middle that form part of your hand, whoever has the most camels will take the camel chip for scoring, which is worth 5 points. And trust me, it can make the difference between victory or losing. Once a round's done and a player has taken one of these tokens for winning that round, you reset the game and you play again. First one to win 2 rounds wins the game. So next up, I'll talk about components and my thoughts on Jaipur. So next up, component quality. You've got a deck of cards, which are easy to look at, nice and colourful, nice artwork, and the quality of the card, no complaints there. So it's a decent quality card. They're going to get handled a lot, and I don't see these being damaged through handling them. Same can be said for the tokens. These are pre-punched when you purchase the game. There's no damage that I've noticed on any of the tokens. The thickness of the cardboard is decent. Like with the cards, these will be handled plenty throughout the game. I can't foresee them getting damaged either. The box, storage is absolutely great. Everything fits in nicely. Cards fit there, and the lid closes. Exactly what you need for the game. The instructions, you've got 6 pages. It's easy to read and understand. Like I said, the game takes about 5 minutes to teach. So in terms of component quality and the instructions, absolutely perfect for what you need for this game. So final thoughts. Well, just amazing. Highly, highly recommend Jaipur. If you play a lot of games with your partner, brothers, sisters, friends, whatever, especially 2-player games, Jaipur, highly recommend. Quick to teach, quick to set up, easy to learn but difficult to master. I've played this a few times with my wife and I've lost most of those games because she's got a knack for Jaipur that I just don't have. Yeah, overall this is a brilliant game. Seriously recommend it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Leave comments below of any other games you'd like me to review.